there's a spitefulness and a bullheadedness in me that says, I will prove you wrong and watch.
Back now with more Truth Be Told, and this week I'm talking to someone who's dancing their way through life by their own rules. Erik Cavanaugh, hello.
Hello, how are you?
I'm so good. Listen, I've been so eager to talk with you. Your viral dance videos have not only inspired millions, but it's put you in the spotlight from everything from, America's Got Talent to Dancing with Dolly Parton on stage. Did you ever imagine life to be quite like this?
I did not. I was not a social media person for the longest time. I think I made my Instagram in like 2015. And I was like everyone else at the time, just posting stupid things like my food or my day to day. And then I would post dance videos to YouTube here and there, but it was mostly just for me. And it was very modern, very concert world, because
Sure.
that's what I thought I was going to go into. And then one day, someone from HET was like, "Hey, we love your stuff. Do you want to audition?" And I'm 23 years old, and I'm like, "Yeah," because I don't know what else I'm doing with my life. So I did, and they're like, "Okay, but could you like commercialize it a little bit?" And I was
Oh
like,
boy.
"Yeah, sure, whatever." So I do, and then I post that like 15-second clip because that's all you could use to post on Instagram was
Oh my
15
gosh. I
seconds.
remember those days. Wow. Yes.
Now it's like 10 minutes. And I got reposted by a page called Worldwide Dance, and then it exploded, and I got interviewed by like the New York Post and all of the like people, all of that stuff. Then I was like, oh, like maybe I can have a platform, and maybe I can
Mm.
do this commercial world that seemed so far from me. I grew up in Pittsburgh, and so I was on the opposite coast, and like the idea of like Hollywood and the glitz and glam just felt so distant. And so I was like, maybe I can give it a shot.
I love it. Well, I mean, listen, your message of dancers come in all sizes is a really powerful one. I have to ask you, when did dance take center stage for you in your life?
So I grew up as a musical theater baby, and I
Love.
went to performing arts middle school and high school. By the end of my sophomore year, I fell out of love with musical theater and acting, and I was always so drawn to dance. Even in musical theater life, I always wanted to do the musicals that had the big dance breaks. I wasn't good. I was not trained. Um, so I decided to switch departments at my high school and switch from musical theater to dance for my junior and senior year. I did dance when I was younger a little bit, and I had some musical theater movement classes, but I never like trained as hard as I was at that age. So I just, dance was everything I needed it to be, and it's now become the thing that I was missing in my life.
The thing I really, the thing that really resonates with me when watching a lot of your dance videos is it's so magnetic and free flow, and you're able to put so much emotion in your movement. And I feel like there's such a freedom in that. I think there's always freedom when you are embracing your craft. But specifically for dance, what is it about dance that you feel sets you free?
It's my escape. When I get to go into the studio and turn on the music and I'm by myself, the outside world doesn't exist. It's only me and the music and what my body wants to do. I'll go into the studio and I don't have anything choreographed or pre planned. I just want to go in and move. And so there's no worry, there's no thought, there's no fear. It's just me and my passion, and it's my therapy. Really, if I don't get to do it, then I start to feel very like tense because I don't have that time to release, whether it is anger or sadness or whatever the emotions I need to release. Like, that's my therapy for the week.
I think especially in dance and in arts, I guess you can say, there's a tendency to put people in a box
Mhm.
and just back into the dancers come in all sizes message that you have. What was your, were there any pain points there in terms of like dancing the way you want to and really putting all of yourself into your craft?
It's a battle. I mean, it still is, even with the success that I have been given. and the achievements I've gotten, I still battle with the confidence and belief in myself, because the dance world has progressed, but it's still is a few years behind where I
Sure.
feel like it should be. And I did go through those times in my life of being told I'll never succeed, I'll never be good, I shouldn't be dancing. I mean, I still get the troll comments that say the same thing. So it's a constant, like, internal battle to find that confidence and to find that strength to be myself and to live out loud.
What keeps you going? You know, what keeps you from hanging your dancing shoes up?
Spite. I'm very spiteful at the fact, I did dance when I was a child and I had it taken from me because I had a dance teacher tell my parents that I would never find success because of my body. I was 9 or 10 years old. I've had several different people in my life that say the same thing. I have several comments and DMs that I get that constantly say that. And there's a spitefulness and a bullheadedness in me that says, I will prove you wrong and watch. And also, like, getting the messages and the comments and even meeting people that stop me and say, like, I started dancing again because of you. I signed up for dance class because of you. I feel a little bit more confident, not even just in dance, but just in life because I exist. And so that also keeps me going because it's an impact that's helping people live just a little bit better. And I feel if we are not living our lives to try and enhance this world just even a little bit, then we're not living them to their fullest.
Where would you be without dance?
I have no idea. I always think that. I envy the people that, like my family, that works their 9 to 5s, and they're going to work until they're 60 something and then retire and live that white picket fence life. I'm envious of those people that have that because I thought, like, what would I do if I decided to hang out my dancing shoes? And it's like, I don't know what I would do. I don't know who I am. And it's not that dance defines me, but it is such an integral part of who I am. Even as I get older and, maybe start aging out of like being a performer, dance will always still be my world and my life because it's become so much of who I am. I'm not just Erik. Like, I am a dancer. Yeah. So I don't know. I really, like. I've always thought that. I've always thought, like, what would I do? Because dance is not like, it's hard. It hurts our bodies. It's exhausting, and we torture ourselves constantly. But I'm in love with it.
Well, I envy you for being to show that part of yourself through dance because I just do this little thing. That's it. I'm obviously not professionally trained at all, but I envy you for being able to express yourself in that way. And as you mentioned, you were this Erik Cavanaugh of past, present, and future. This brokenness that you've come out of, this confidence that you have. What would you say, Erik, is your truth?
I'm not as confident and as strong as I appear all the time. The person you see on social media and all that is sometimes a character of who I wish I could be all the time. Erik in his day to day does not have that same, like, sexiness about himself or that same overt confidence. He is a very quiet person. He is a reserved person. He has social anxiety. He has imposter syndrome. And he is still a human being. And I feel that there's two different Eriks. There's the real life and there's the social media one. And everyone assumes social media is who I am because that's all I ever show. So I'm learning lessons from the, like, alternate personality of mine that dance is. He does teach me how to be a little bit more confident. He teaches me because that is me. So that's still inside of me. So he helps teach me day to day to be that unapologetically and to not be afraid to live.
Erik, thank you so much again for just your vulnerability and being able to share a little bit of your story. And You know, the tale of two Erics, I think, is a relatable one because we tend to share parts of ourselves with different people in our lives. But I think it's so important to know that, you know, that power that we have really does exist within ourselves. It's somewhere in there.
Thank you so much for having me.
Thanks, Erik. To watch more episodes of Truth Be Told, check us out at Plus Life Media or on our website, pluslifemedia.com. Until next time, be good to yourself, everybody, and let your truth be told.